Hi CFAS, and welcome to your AFN Sasebo Weekly Report. I'm Petty Officer Michael Sanchez. We'll bring you the top stories of the week from around base and keep you up to date with the latest events and command information. Preparation is essential to readiness and effectively handling emergencies. We'll show you how the USS Pioneer emergency response teams and the CFAS-based firefighters prepare for the worst.
As part of Citadel Pacific 2015, USS Pioneer conducted a shipboard fire drill to simulate an emergency while in port. The exercise began with a fire reported on the starboard side of the second deck. The injured were removed from the scene and treated pierside. After the ship's fire team assessed the situation, base firefighters were called in to combat the blaze. Rehearsing this teamwork is key to successfully containing a real emergency.
You're getting the proper training beforehand, and if you have anything that's wrong, that needs to be corrected later on and fixed, especially during pressure like this, the DC men or DCA, anybody that's going to be on here, will make sure that it's corrected and fixed for next time so that way you can combat it more effectively.
This drill was unique in that it involved every organization on base that would be called upon if a large emergency were to occur.
Given the amount of complexity that we have here, I think it actually went really well, and that's a reflection, I think, on the professionalism of everybody involved and just the amount of hard work that went in across the waterfront with all the players in the planning and the preparation process.
When it comes to emergency response, the crew of USS Pioneer and CFAS first responders truly train how they fight. Petty Officer Michael Sanchez, Fleet Activities Sasebo, Japan.
Although the response to the simulated emergency was a success, the crew of the Pioneer will continue to practice such emergencies to maintain the highest level of readiness.
Welcome to your next duty station, Sasebo, Japan. But wait, you need a place to stay. If you are moving to a cho or a house, you might need some help. But don't fret. Know Your Cho program teaches you how to use Japanese appliances such as stovetop, oven, AC controller, washer and dryer, and the garbage system. Call the Fleet and Family Support Center to schedule an appointment today.
Hey CFAS, we're asking you to donate. No, not your money, recyclables. To help out, all you need to do is donate things like styrofoam, newspaper, work cabinets, cardboard, more cardboard, electronics, a 2x4, hey, even shredded paper. You get the point. With your donation, you're helping with energy conservation, pollution prevention, and the NWR. For any questions or donations, visit Building 323 on the times listed. And remember, a community is only based on the sum of its parts, even if those parts are recycled.
When a U.S. Navy ship is in port, her crew must be able to respond to potential threats. Seaman James Hunt tells us how one group of sailors has learned to deal with these in-port emergencies.
It's not every day that sailors deal with an imminent threat to their life, ship, or station. But when push comes to shove, sailors from the USS Pioneer will be ready to neutralize the threat and continue the mission. For the greater part of their workday, the crew ran drill after drill and were tested to the limit on how fast and how far they would go to protect themselves.
The crew was super motivated. Everyone knew what they were supposed to do and did it right away. For the position they were put in, they did really well. It's a tough job, the first time, a lot of responsibility. You're using some pretty heavy weaponry, and they took what training they were given and ran with it. So I'm very comfortable, very happy with what the ship has accomplished today.
Sometimes drills can be fun. It's a different change of pace for everyone involved, but the events that they mimic are 100% real, and the sailors need to know how to and not to act in the situation they are training in.
This drill is actually pretty fun. You know, in normal situations, it's like you're scared almost, you freeze up, so you don't want that to happen in a situation like that.
Seaman James Hunt, Fleet Activities, Sasebo, Japan.
USS Pioneer passed their anti-terrorism force protection test from the Afloat Training Group. As the Bon Homer Shard Amphibious Readiness Group wraps up their most recent deployment, USS Germantown has consistently been turning out some top-quality imagery that capture their experiences at sea. Here are just a few images by MC2 Will Gaskell aboard USS Germantown. images of USS Germantown or any other ship, visit Navy.mil.
You're in the military now, but what are your plans for the long term? If you plan on getting out, it can be hard to make the jump from military to civilian. But when you get ready to transition out, you're going to need to know a lot of information. That's where the Transition GPS course comes in. It's a 5-day course designed to get sailors in the right mindset and sharpen all the necessary tools to get ready for the civilian job world. It covers everything from forms and finance to interview techniques. You can sign up over at the Fleet and Family Support Center. Whichever path in life you take, make sure you're prepared.
Summer is here and you may find your yard looking like it needs some help. Don't sweat it. The Housing Office has opened their garden sheds for your lawn care needs. They provide lawn mowers, weed eaters, rakes, shovels, and safety goggles to help you out in cleaning your yard. Call the CFAS Housing Office about their self-help program, reserve the tools you need, pick it up from the garden shed, and you're all set to make your yard looking fresh and clean.
When a U.S. Navy ship is out at sea, sometimes morale can get low. Seaman James Hunt tells us how USS Warrior boosts morale out at sea.
It's not every day that the crew of the USS Warrior gets a chance to let loose with some healthy competition. After an especially tough leg of their underway behind them, they competed in the Ultimate Warrior Challenge. The challenge, if they chose to accept it, was to compete in a series of mental, physical, and shipboard tests to see who would become the Ultimate Warrior.
First, I didn't really know how I felt, but I figured that I'd go ahead and give it my all. And as soon as I found out that I actually had won the first challenge, it's really motivated me to push myself through the rest of the challenges to try to beat everybody else out. The pain was totally worth it. You know, everything you get in the end makes it worth pushing yourself.
The event was broken into a damage control test, firefighting training, push-ups, planks, pull-ups, and wall sits. The challenge was used to boost morale among the crew and create an environment of unit cohesion.
Even though the guys were competing against each other, it was good to see that no matter if the guy was getting beat, he still wanted to help the other guy, make him better. I think it was very successful. People had a good time, a lot of laughs, people motivating each other. It was good.
Although Petty Officer Lampe crushed the competition, the whole crew's spirits were boosted for the rest of the underway. Seaman James Hunt, Fleet Activities, Sasebo, Japan.
USS Warrior plans to hold more Ultimate Warrior challenges due to the success of this inaugural event. We hope you've enjoyed watching your shipmates in action. From all of us here at American Forces Network Sasebo, have a great day.